Hello, welcome back. Today we will be conducting your annual cognitive screening test, a test designed to check your cognitive capabilities and to check for any cognitive decline or impairment. We have a series of tests like before, and I'm going to ask you various questions in regards to them. I will explain what you need to do at the start of each test, but should you need me to repeat the instructions, please let me know. Alright? So, let's begin with some simple orientation questions. So, which town or city are we in currently? Which part of the day is it now? Morning, afternoon, or evening? Can you tell me what month it is? What year are we in? What is the season? What is the name of the building we are in? What is the name of the current UK Prime Minister? And the name of the current US President? And who is the current UK monarch? Can you tell me something that happened in the news recently? And when I say recently, I mean in the last week. Perfect. Now I would like you to repeat and remember 3 words. I can repeat them to you only once should you need me to. So the 3 words are routine, polite, button. Would you like me to repeat them? All right. Routine, polite, button. Now can you repeat those back to me? Good. Now let's move on to some mathematics. I'm going to ask you to perform some simple sums. The first sum is 29 plus 7. 23 minus 29. 1 plus 99. Good. Now I'm going to ask you to subtract one number from another number, and I want you to keep subtracting the first number until I say stop. So for example, 100 minus 10 is 90. then continue subtracting 10 from the result. So 90 minus 10, 80 minus 10, and so on. Alright, so I would like you to subtract 25 from 50 in your own time. And stop. Thank you. Now, could you please repeat back to me the 3 words I asked you to remember? Good. Now I'm going to give you a letter of the alphabet, and I want you to create as many words as you can using that letter. Please do not include any names or places. So for instance, if I gave you the letter A, you could have apple, alphabet, but you could not have Amanda or America. Does that make sense? Good. So the letter I would like you to use is the letter C. So in your own time. Good. And stop. Thank you very much. So, another memory. I would like you to remember a name and address. After I have said it, I want you to repeat it. Again, I can only repeat it back to you once before you repeat it yourself. Okay? So the name is Nadia U. 66 Long Common, Leeds. I can repeat. Nadia U. 66 Long Common, Leeds. Now repeat it back to me. Good. And please remember that for later. Alright. So now I would like you to look at the series of pictures. Could you please identify by pointing which ones are fruit? Good. Which ones belong in nature? Good. Which ones are animals? Good. Which ones are items of clothing? Good. Well done. Okay. Now I'd like you to list as many words that are fruit. They can begin with any letter. I want you to just name as many fruits as you can. Perfect. And stop. Thank you. So, let's do some proverbs now. I'd like you to listen to this proverb, repeat it back to me. You can ask me to repeat it before you repeat it one time. Alright? She sells seashells on the seashore. Perfect. Now, can you remember the name and address I asked you to repeat earlier? Perfect. All right. So now we have the exercise where you cross out the full hearts. So this is what we are looking for, crossing out the full heart here. I have a worksheet which I would like you to fill out in your own time. Are you finished? Perfect. Let me take a quick look. Alright. Thank you very much. You could just place it under this stack of paper here. Amazing. Thank you. So now let's do some following manual instructions. Here is a pen, and here is a piece of paper. Please can you pick up the piece of paper? Please can you pick up the pen? Could you place the pen on the piece of paper? And could you pick up both the pen and the piece of paper together? Place the pen in your right hand. Place the pen in your left hand. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Now I'd like you to do some writing. In front of you, you have a plain piece of paper and a pencil. Please could you write 2 full sentences? The sentences must include a verb and have no abbreviations. They can be about whatever you like in your own time. Perfect. Let me take a quick look. All right. Thank you very much. So, I want you to look at these words. Could you read them from the top to the bottom? Could you read out the second word and the fourth word? Could you read out the words that begin with B? And can you now read the words from bottom to top? Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures. And I want you to point to the ones that you recognize from earlier. Good. Next is another repeat and remember test. I'm going to read out a sentence. I want you to repeat it back to me and remember it for later. The soldier shot his rifle sitting on the sand. Yes, I can repeat. The soldier shot his rifle sitting on the sand. So please remember that for later. So now I have some triangles, and I want you to connect the triangles from biggest to smallest in the most natural way. In your own time. Perfect. Now we have something similar, circles and triangles. I want you to connect the biggest circle to the smallest circle without touching the triangles. All right. Finished? Perfect. Now, I'd like to let's take a look at this. Please can you point to the one which you crossed out earlier? Good. Now, can you remember the sentence I asked you to repeat a little while ago? All right. Which word was in that sentence? Was it soldier, desert, sand, uniform? Right. Now could you take a look at this picture? Without pointing your finger to count, can you tell me how many dots are in this square? 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 Good. Can you identify any of these letters? Good. Now I would like you to copy some gestures. I will perform them for you, and I can repeat them if necessary. I would like you to mirror my actions. So that means if I put up my left hand, which hand would you put up? Correct. So here are the gestures. Now you. Yes, I can repeat. Perfect. Now let's do another one. I can repeat. Good. And one more. Yes. Excellent. Well done. So that brings us to the end of your annual cognitive screening test. I will collate your results and cross-examine them to your previous year's result. You should get a letter through the post telling you the results and also for you to book in for your next year's appointment. So it has been wonderful to see you again, and I look forward to seeing you in a year's time. Take care.